All right, lesson 8.1 is application of linear systems, and we're only going to work one type of problem on this lesson. And so on your homework, you got 4 or 5 problems on homework, but they're each one just like this. So we're only going to talk about finding a break-even point. And what a break-even point is when you run a business or you're doing something and you know how much it costs you to do that, how much money you've got to make, or how many things you have to sell to get back the money that it cost you to do this certain project. So our problem is going to be about running a store and how much it costs per month to run this store and how many items you have to sell to make back that money that it cost you to run that store. All right, so a phone store costs $3,500 per month to operate. The store pays an average of $70 per phone. The average selling price of each phone is $120. How many phones must the store sell to break even? So we know that it costs this store $3,500 a month just to run it. And then each phone that the store buys to sell costs them $70. And then you make money at this phone store by selling phones. And you sell these phones for $120. So these things are your expenses. And this is your income. $120 per every phone you sell. All right, so step 1 is to write a system of equations. So you're going to let X be the number of phones sold and Y be the number of dollars of expense or income, either one. All right, so we're going to have one equation for income and one for expenses. So our equation for expense is going to be Y is equal to $70 times every phone plus the $3,500 that it costs each month just to run the store. So that amount could be like rent, electricity, paying your employees. It costs you $3,500 just in operating expenses. And then it also costs you $70 for each phone that you purchase to have for sale in your store. All right, and then our second equation, of course, you know in a system it takes 2 equations, so our second equation is going to be our income equation, and that's going to be Y is equal to $120 times every phone that we sell. So X is the number of phones sold, and Y is the amount of money. All right, so this is our system. Y is equal to 70X plus 3,500, and Y is equal to 120X. All right, so when we talked about solving systems, we can solve systems different ways. We can graph, we can use substitution, we can use elimination. Here, it looks to me like it's going to be easy to use substitution because both of these are Y equals. So I've got Y equals, Y equals. So I'm going to set these two parts equal to each other, okay? So I'm going to have 70X plus 3,500 is equal to 120X. All right, and so how am I going to solve this? I'm going to combine like terms and I'm going to solve for X. So I'm going to subtract both sides by 70X. So I'm going to say minus 70X minus 70X, and I get 3,500 is equal to 50X. Okay? Solve for X. I'm going to divide both sides by 50. Zeros cancel out. 350 divided by 5 is 70. So how many phones do I have to sell? I have to sell 70 phones just to break even. Now that doesn't mean that I made any money. That just means I made back what it cost me to operate the store. So I'm not in the red, but I haven't made any money yet. Okay? All right, so to solve a problem for finding a break-even point, you write a system of equations and then solve. And so all of your problems on break-even are going to be set up just like this. So you can rewind and watch this video as many times as you need to.